Okay, here we are back again and continuing with, what are we continuing with this game? It's called Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Oh, there it is right there. I knew there was something that's going to help my memory. And my name is John Kitts. Thank you very much for dropping by. Um, this channel is dedicated to finding stuff that old folks like myself, senior gamers, might like to play. So I'm just choosing stuff that I like, and hopefully that matches things that other senior gamers would like to watch. And I really love this game. I've put several hundred hours into this game already, and I've started a brand new game in the last video, show you how to do things there and get around. And now we're just continuing because the last game, actually I'm going to lower the volume on this. Actually, I don't think I can from inside the game. I'd have to go back to main menu. And I'm going to do that because I think that volume's too loud and you're not going to be hearing anything that I say, and hearing what I say, is, everybody knows, is the most important thing. Okay, settings, audio, game volume, 0, 5, come on. Let's put it at 7. Oh, wow. Is there any way of going down? You have to go, must be something way of doing that. All right, carefully get to 75%, apply, go back, continue in the game, let it load, let it load, let it load. Beep beep to you too. Hopefully that's a little better. Now we need some work because we only have $59.19 in dollars. That's probably about, I'm in Canadian dollars, that's probably about 5,000 American. Right click, go to the phone, check my orders, and I have another Mayan with brake problems. Well, let's take it. Ain't nothing else happening. I wanted something a little bit more complex to show you guys really how much detail has gone into the workings of this game. But we will get there, I promise. I do. Everybody knows that when somebody promises something, it's gonna happen. Alright, let's right click right from the start and click the notes. We know that we need 2 brake pads and a brake caliper. So let's go buy those right away. Brake pads, please. Brake pads. This brake pad. There's the caliper. And there's the brake pads we want to. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to put it up so we can see beforehand where the nasty parts are by going to, okay, let's click here first, by going to inspect, and we can see there by that little red spot there is a pad required. So back into disassembly mode, left click and hold. Removing that, let's remove, left click and hold, remove the caliper. Okay, I'm looking up here and I just need 38 more points to get my first level up. Okay, now go back into assembly mode, and here's our new pad. Put the caliper back on. Oops, wait a sec, no, we don't want to do it here. We want, put the caliper back on. We want the old caliper, because that's the one that was there before. Put that back on. Put the tire back on. Ah, come on. Put the tire back on. Done. Now let's pop over here. Go into the inspect mode. And by looking around, I would say we don't need anything on this tire. Go back into disassemble, go down to the next tire, which is just there. Let's go into the inspection mode, and there's where we need the new caliper. And maybe even the new pad. Can't tell so much from here. Let's zoom in. Let's go around the other side. Caliper, there's the brake pad, yeah, that's red as well. So back away a bit and go back into disassembly, click and hold the left button. Okay, remove the caliper first, pretty much because we have to, and it's also the logical thing to do. And remove the brake pads, go into assembly mode. Put in the new brake pads, and this time the new caliper. I replaced quite a few of those in my day in my backyard. Took a while to figure out, and it's not easy to do without the proper tools, which I never had, but I did it anyway. And didn't crash into anybody. Alright, so did we fix everything? Everything's done. We spent 155, we're going to get it, yeah, so there we go. And we're getting up there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we can actually go and look at leveling up. So here we have these two choices. One is to go 50% faster in examination, and I really can't see why we do that. And there's a lot of advantages to be gained by being able to screw and unscrew faster. No jokes here, please. And click upgrade, and there we go. We are now a faster screwer and unscrewer. Let's hit my inventory. We're going to sell everything except the Bentley thing. And there we are. Now let's right click, go to the phone, and see if we can get a half decent thing to do. Oh, brakes again. Sorry folks. Just not a whole lot of exciting stuff coming in, but it will happen very soon. I promise, and I promise. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just stand here and pause for a second so that I'll know that when I'll just cut this part out and show you when I come back in, and hopefully we'll get a better job on the next one. So let's just, what do you say, BRB. Okay, actually, folks, I am back and still with the same car. It's just this one, part of the brake problems with the brake disc and the ventilated disc. So because that's a new part, I am going to show you how to replace it. And it's going to be either this one or the other side. But let's take a view. So this is a caliper we need. and that's the ventilated disc. So back into disassemble, click and hold, remove the tire or the wheel, and ventilated disc, or the caliper first, and then the pad, and here's the ventilated disc, which is very easy to remove, and I've already bought it, so let's go back into assemble mode. It says ventilated disc right there, click and hold, there's the brand new ventilated disc. Now we put the pad back on, which is at 80%, which is fine, and the caliper back on, brand new caliper because that one was out of service. So here we go. Let's put this stuff back on. Okay, so we still have a ventilated disc to install. So let's go into inspection, and it's not this one. And it's not this one. There it is, I can even see it all this distance away. Okay, now we go into disassembly mode, left click and hold. Okay, there's the caliper. Go into assemble mode. Caliper, a new caliper back on. Keep the cylinder. There we are. Put the wheel back on. And so if I right click now, go to notes, every part has been repaired, and we are going to make about $124 plus the bonuses. Finish the job, and go to our inventory. Oh, we even got some toys. How nice. Okay, let's open this first. These are little bonus gifts that come along with as we progress through the game. Yes, we want to open the case, and okay, let's collect the items. What do we have? Push valve for V8. Now we might use that in the future. Engine head I3, maybe. Vintage tire B, maybe. Well, let's hold on to them for now. Those are fairly. Sometimes you get stuff that you're never going to use, and so you would just sell them at this point. Because right now, for example, I would get $459 Canadian for that, but we just hold on to them to now, and we will sell all parts that aren't at 100%, which is that. Okay, we escape out of here, and we have two things, two new jobs to choose from. Yeah. One's a Pagani Zonda. I don't know that car either. Please check both of these. Oh, the timing. Timing components. That would be timing belts, etc. Yeah, that's a good one. We take that. What is the other one for? That's the steering. Both of these we haven't done before, so let's take this one. Timing stuff is always interesting. So, it's a nice little car. What's that called again? Crown Royal. Or Royal Crown. We have to also change the oil. Alright, no problem. Let's move it to the lift. And we we'll go under the hood first. Okay. Now, timing stuff would be here. So we have to take this stuff off in order to get to the belts and stuff, and there's a timing cover. We take that off, and the chain and stuff should be underneath. This stuff is all considered part of the timing, even the pulley, etc. At least in this game it's considered. So let's take this off first, and we should be able to take, no, we have to take this belt off first. Serpentine A, and this is serpentine B. And then the water pump comes off. Crankshaft pulley comes off. This roller idler comes off. Power steering, is that hooked up? No, we don't need that. Okay, take the cover off. Now we're starting to see a little deeper, or get a little deeper into how complex. I mean, they have reconstructed these engines. And if you don't know much about cars and engines, then, I mean, this is no replacement for a course on mechanics, but you do get enough to go when you're going to the garage guy. He says you need to replace your tension bars or something, then you'll be able to say, oh, they didn't look so bad. Anyway, you have enough to make his or her day a little less, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. I just wanted to check that to see whether there's anything else. I thought those would have to be replaced, but it doesn't look like it. Let's just go and look at that again and look at it says everything has to be 100%. Yeah, I thought I had, just doesn't show it right away. All right. So what I've done is I've gone into the inspect parts thingy, and then you left click and hold. That's what I'm saying. And that gives you, tells you what you need to replace. So let's go back into the replace parts. These are easy to replace. Let's go into this again, take the easy way rather than trying to, no, it says not discovered. Here we go. Now we're getting into the more advanced level. We have to figure out what needs to be replaced. And seeing as how all the stuff we took apart, if we'd taken a part off, it would show up as being either good or bad. So since all the parts we've taken off so far don't affect anything here, I would say that they're okay. So let's take these out and see whether, because they look like they're in bad shape. Okay, now let's go into notes. Yeah, there you go. See, it tells you. So there's still two parts that haven't been discovered yet. Oh, maybe the camshaft themselves. Oh, good. That means we got to take all of this apart. Right, to get the camshafts out of there. So we need to take spark plugs out. Or do we? I think we can remove this without taking spark plugs out. So a little trick is to line them up, and then you hold down the leftmost button, and you get them all at once. There it is. Now we can just click on these and it takes those out. And now if I right click, go to notes. These are all the parts I need. I need 2 camshafts, 2 camshaft gears, and 4 ignition coils. Camshaft right here. There's a camshaft gear. Was it just a plain camshaft gear? Shoot, better make sure. Let's go to my inventory. Ignition coils, just basic camshaft and basic camshaft gear. Go back and do escape. Click on the computer. Just the basic camshaft gear, which is, oh, this one, right. I keep reading the one below thinking it belongs to that, but it's the one above. The name is above the part, so we need 2 of these. And 2 camshafts, just the basic vanilla camshaft. And now we have to go to ignition coils, which would be down here. Ignition coil right here. We need 4 of those. Okay, now we're ready to assemble. Eventually, and we won't get there certainly in this video, you can take the engine out, place it in there, take it all apart, put it back in, well, assemble it, then put it back in. Alright, so we go back in here, go into assemble mode, and put the camshafts back in, brand new and shiny. Put the gears back on, brand new and shiny. Now we put the timing belt on, which is already in good shape. And now we put the timing cover back on. Okay, now we put the water pump back on. And pulley, crankshaft. And what else are we putting? Oh yeah, the idler. And now we can put the belt back on. And the serpentine A. And the tensioner. And put the engine, or the engine head back on. Again, you can just line it up, click and hold. Put the spark plug back in that I took out and didn't need to, and put the ignition coils on. Okay, so they wanted us also to change the oil, didn't they? Okay, I think all these parts are done. And needs an oil change, which we're about to do. Put that away. Come under here and find another I4 oil filter. So, just have to go buy an I4 oil filter. Oil filter down here somewhere. Here we go. I4. Go to here, go to install. There it is there. Escape out, lower the vehicle. Okay, we just hit the power spout thingy here. Left click, hold. All done. Escape out. Right click, hit that. All of that's done. All of that's done. We spent 910 bucks. We're going to get, plus the bonuses, well, that, including the bonuses, 2205. Hit finish. Car's gone. Hit inventory. Clear everything. Hello? Oh, whew. I was going to say, where'd all the other parts go? All right, clear everything except what's 100%. Okay, now, back here out of the way, right click, go to the phones, filters and change oil, we've done that a couple dozen times, pour brakes, we've done that, car control, running faults, and that one could be a complex little pain in the behind thing to do, so let's do this one first. Running gear, and well, it feels loose because the running gear is off. Okay, this is going to be some brand new parts for us, and what we're going to do if the car is running, and it should be, we're going to try something. That's not what I wanted. We want to take this for a test drive, and that should highlight in red all the parts, or at least most of them, that need to be replaced. That's a nice sound, isn't it? Wow. I think there's more than running gear that needs to be done here. That's really slow acceleration. Take your time going through this, by the way. Yep, that's the suspension. Probably in worse shape now than it was when you brought the car in. But once it gets going, this thing really moves. Wow, it stops. Brakes are pretty good. Okay, it's now going to give us a list once it loads. And it's loading and loading, and here we go. These are the parts that need to be replaced, and these are the parts that don't. So, we're going to need, wow, drive shaft. For 4x4? Is this 4x4? Sway bars, inner rods, wheel hub bearing. Going to be testing my memory on this one, that's for sure. Okay, let's move it to move car, to lift. Just curious, did I level up? Or does that mean, I can level up. Okay, what does this say? It says faster removing and installing. I can walk faster. I have a discount. These don't really, I mean, walking around, who cares? And the discount, you never really that pressed, especially in the beginning. I suppose if you want to maximize profit, that would be one way of doing it. But so we're stuck with just removing and installing parts a little faster. And nothing in the top end. We're not dealing with starter or the transmission. So let's put it up on the hoist. Okay, let's go to inspection. Okay, I gotta be in the car first of all, or have selected part of the car. Now you can see the end link. That's the front end drive, and there's our 4x4 drive shaft and the inner tie rod and the outer tie rod's right there. And looks like we're gonna have to replace the shock absorber and suspension arm. Wow, a lot of crap here. Now if I had the my tablet, I could just do this one at a time and call it up on the tablet, and you could buy it right away, which we will see later on in another video. But I don't, so I've got to try to remember as much of this as I can. Let's right click, and we found all the parts we need. There's nothing that says that's still to be detected. So we're going to need, I wish you could sort these. So if it says small rubber bushing, there might be another one like right there. So we need 1, 2, 3. 3 small rubber bushings, and wow, this is a big deal. And 3 rubber bushings, and rear shock absorber A, and rear axle knuckle. Oh, this is, I can't, my memory is not as good as it used to be. So let's get the bushings and the shock absorber and the axle knuckle housing. Our bushings ought to be down here. Small rubber bushings would be here, and rear shock absorber A, that's B, there's A. I know it's a rear knuckle. Please tell me it was A. $110 if it's not. Okay. Now this is the rear stuff, so we should be able to replace most of this. It's all pretty much on this side, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Back to disassemble. Take the wheel off. And now we can take the shock absorber off. take that off. We need to take all of this stuff off. We need to take the wheel hub off. Yeah, we need to take all this stuff. No, we need to take this off. And the bearing hub. And this. Okay, now we're still stuck here. We're going to take this off, which means there's rubber bushings. We need the suspension arm B. Looks like we do. Wow, you gotta take half the car apart just for these pieces. Okay, we do. Excuse me. Now tell me, no, we still have parts to take off. And the small bushing. Finally. Okay, there's nothing here anymore that has to be done. I want to check. It needs to be at least 69%. Now we go to assemble, put the knuckle on that we have, and we put this back on. Let's put this on first. Yep, those are the bushings we needed. This one was okay. And there's a small bushing. Okay, we'll put this back on too. That was okay. The spring was okay. No, it wasn't. We need a rear spring. I don't know about the rear spring cap either. Let's put this by name. Where's the cap? No, the cap's okay. So we just need the rear spring. Rear spring cap. Just makes it. Anything else I'm forgetting over here? Okay, let's do this one. Rear suspension arm. And rear suspension arm B. Is it upper or just rear suspension arm? There's B. I think it was just rear suspension arm. Yeah, I remember the shape. Every garage owner is saying, gee, I wish I could get things delivered that fast. Okay, I think we've got all these parts. Rear wheel hub. There was other stuff, wasn't it? There's the rear wheel hub, which is here. And there should be the bearing. I think that covers it. Done that. We don't have to get that. We've done that. Done those. We need to get that now, and the bearing. Rear wheel hub, where are you? Right here. And the wheel bearing will be way down the bottom. Disc. We went from not very interesting stuff to the all out hunting, buy and stuff. Alright, how far have we gotten along in this list? We still need rubber bushing, inner tie rods up front, sway bar links up front, another rubber bushing. Those are probably in the suspension frame thing there. More rubber bushings. I think I bought all the rubber bushings I needed, didn't I? Front drive shaft. Wow, this is a big deal. I hope I'm getting a good payout for this. There's that part. Okay, on both sides. So I'm going to take both wheels off. I've got to get your 4x4 drive shaft. Another one here. Inner and outer tie rods. How many do I need? Both of them? Yes. Tie rods are right there. Drive shaft suspension arm, one lower. That's good. And also need a link. Sway bar front end link A. Do I need two of them? Yes. I'm not going to remember all of this. Okay, I'm going to have to do a BRB here because this is going to take long. I'll bring you guys back when I'm about to put the last piece in so you don't have to sit through all of this. Well, not because I wouldn't. Actually, no, here's what I'm going to do. Sorry about that. I am going to put a cut in the video here. And if you want to see all the other parts being replaced, then go on to the next video. And for now, if you got anything out of this particular video, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you're interested in supporting this channel, please hit the subscribe button. So for now, just take care all.